Good afternoon, Heatles, Heat Nation, and any other person who would be kindly interested in watching me say what I have to say. My name is Roy, and this is my Worthless Half a Penny Part 18 Finals Game 1. Before we start, the trivia of the day is what is roughly the percentage of times that a team wins game one, whether home or away, and then proceeds to win the entire series? We'll talk about that at the end of the video. And as I said, I was going to record a video for every game up until the end of the NBA season, and I'm going to try to do that. And thus far, we already have game one in the books. And what can we say? First of all, as predicted, the Celtics won this game because, as predicted, the Celtics are going to win the series. Now, I am not going to back away from this. This is 100% my legitimate prediction. And yesterday, especially with Porzingis coming back, KP, that guy, 20 points and blocks and assists and rebounds. That guy, makes a big difference against a healthy team. Didn't make a big difference against the other teams. Maybe would have made in the Indiana games a little bit easier, right? Maybe they wouldn't have been, they wouldn't be known forever now as the chokers if they had Porzingis, because I think it would have been a no contest. So this is exactly what we mean. It wasn't necessary as the other injured players in the other teams, and also in other teams that ended up not facing the Celtics because of having injured players. It wasn't as important as those players, KP meaning, to the Celtics up until now, up until the finals. In these finals, it was the first game. Not only he played very well, regardless of coming off the bench, he had his production. He did amazing, and he was a great part of the Celtics' success, undoubtedly so. Now, it's not only that the Celtics played better. One of my group friends from the Facebook group that I have about Miami Heat said something true. The Mavericks were not playing smart, and they were not playing smart. You would see, but there are also a couple of things to take into consideration. They were not playing smart. The Celtics play smarter. Not necessarily because of Mazzulla, just because of the way that they're clicking, just because of the way that they are set. And in one way or another, right, basically what Mazzulla does is put Tatum back later on so that he can get his stats up, because he's obviously not scoring enough points, is obviously not making as much of an impact. And again, this artificially trying to inflate this guy to perhaps be an MVP at the end of the finals. So he gets that MVP. Maybe they're lucky in that aspect too, and they're able to do it. But again, other players are stepping up as well. And this is exactly what the issue is with the Celtics. It's not just one guy, right? If one guy is not hitting it, you can always kick it out to Derrick Rose. That guy's going to hit it. You can always kick it out to Sam Hauser. That guy's going to get it. Is going to get it. And again, those are the Celtics making the impossible, very difficult shots. Well, the Mavericks, when they got easy shots, they were not making them. Crowding the paint. Then when they no ball movement, and so basically it's just on that guy that's already surrounded by a couple of players plus Porzingis in front of him to try to get the ball in front, out. Is that 3-point, that's not exactly shot immediately. The guy waits a little bit, hesitates, but at the end of the day, the ball just doesn't go in. The Mavericks lost this game, obviously, in the first quarter. And then after that, I think that it was just basically a matter of controlling the result and just, the game is under control. They lost a little bit of control, the Celtics, meaning they lost a little bit of control in the third quarter. Half of that quarter, the Mavericks were all of a sudden, coming back. They were within, 7 points, something of the sorts. But then all of a sudden, the Celtics just said, okay, we're done playing. Let's just get it. And then again, when you see the minutes with staggering buckets, now the buckets are not going in. They don't go in for both teams. When they start going in, the majority of the times, they're going to go in for the Celtics. Again, this was a game that was very much won in one quarter, and that can happen in every quarter, but in this case, it was the first. Now, I think the Celtics will win. Making those difficult shots. That's what I mean by luck of a winner, right? Winner's luck, luck of champions. Champions, in order to get to the place where they want to get, they have to have some luck, and that luck meaning being able to get those shots, being able to get the points in. It's not that I expected more from the Mavericks, but I did expect more from the series itself. Meaning, I don't want the series to be like game one was, and I don't think that it's going to be like that, right? I don't think that the Celtics are going to just go 4-0. I think Dallas gets two, and that's the only reason I'm saying that is because I said that before watching yesterday's game. Watching yesterday's game, I'm not sure if Dallas gets two. Another dear friend, again, Andy, with his comments, it says that the Mavs had a lot more to, learned a lot more than the C's did. The C's pretty much played the way that they always play, and they got the result that they got. Yes, I agree. There is a lot of that, but there is also the undeniable superiority of this team. Now, if anything changes in game 2, 3, or 4, obviously we're going to talk about that as well. I mean, it needs to change by game 3 at most, otherwise it already becomes a lost cause. But yes, that is something that I am looking forward to seeing. I just don't. I find it incredibly boring to have to watch a game. Even if it's my team, it's not very interesting. If my team is winning by 20, 30 at a certain point, it just doesn't make much sense to watch it. And then, of course, you have like 5, 6, 7 minutes of trash, completely trash basketball, which is what we saw yesterday. So, yes, as many teams do, the Mavericks lost that in the first quarter. Now, not coincidentally, but just as a parameter, the team that won the first game has roughly won the series 70% of the times. There are exceptions. The Miami Heat is actually one of those exceptions against the Celtics the season before last, but 70% is a pretty good number. In any case, I'm still going to say it, forever say it, regardless of betting. If I want to put my money on it, I'm going to put my money on the Celtics because I'm not stupid, right? This is what I saw Sean Rochester say at 5 Reasons Sports. F Boston, let's go Heat.